What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Leongs, the
Professional
wrestling
wrestling
podcast.
podcast. I'm taking over yelling today.
Thank you,
Lawson
Kitty.
has
Thank
been
you.
very sick. I know it's normally me. We thought we'd switch it up, take you
Yeah,
for a swerve here.
the afflicted ride
Lawson's the.
again.
If you listen to us on Ballin' Out, we are the afflicted. That's our
Banana.
stable. We're always sick. So
Uh,
we Lawson, Spirit Bomb's hands up because he's struggling, but he's here. He's stronger than me.
I'm
I
here.
would have just been like, especially because this week's so crazy. Because
Yeah.
we originally were gonna talk about a couple of things before Lawson got sick. We were gonna talk about Battle in the Valley. We were gonna talk about some other stuff.
Yeah.
Lawson got sick, and now the
And,
world is forever changed.
so many things have changed in the world of wrestling.
So much stuff has happened.
a lot of things have happened.
In a very short window of time.
Yeah.
I guess up top, everyone already knows, but Okada's leaving New Japan, and and it's crazy for multiple reasons.
So
The first
nuts.
is he's not just leaving New Japan. They're like, oh, BT Dubs, he's leaving in 1 month, which that alone is crazy.
Yeah.
Second of all, I thought this dude was a company man. I thought he was going to the grave with New Japan.
Same.
And you and I have said it over and over again. Without Okada, what is New Japan?
What are they? Yeah. Yeah, Japan's in a lot of trouble right now. KRL, the yen is not doing very well. Japanese wrestling is on the skids. This is why they have banded together in a way never before seen. And
Never before have I spent more time watching Choco Pro. I'm like, there is one thing that is good and safe from the evils of capitalism.
Yeah. Okada, this is an insane power gap. He's leaving New Japan.
I mean, can you think of a time in the history of mainstream wrestling, so Nick's territory days,
yeah.
where a guy at the top of his game has unceremoniously left a company? This isn't a Randy Savage or something like that, because all those guys were kind of on the decline when they jumped the ship.
Same with
I can't.
AW.
Right, I can't think of a time that such a huge guy has done this.
Yeah, and
now
left.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, the only thing I think is close to this is when Mitsuharu Misawa took some of the top guys from All Japan and went and created Noah. That was pretty wild. But this isn't even that. This is he's not making his own new company because he doesn't see eye to eye with management. No. He's just leaving because he can't make enough money, I guess. There's probably a few reasons, but...
Well, I theorize, if you're Okada, what haven't you done yet?
He's done everything.
You haven't done American wrestling. All those guys love WWE with good reason.
WrestleMania, still a big deal to them.
And, Shinsuke loves the WWE retirement package. No man has advertised it more. When you go from having to work the G1 every year to WWE, where you're going to have to wrestle twice a month, I mean, who could blame the guy? Did you ever watch that mini documentary about him a few years back? He was wrestling the G1 with his shoulder tore up. They just do it,
Right. The New Japan one, I don't think I had.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch.
I feel like I saw one. I saw a different one of those, but not the Nakamura one. You're right, though. I mean, it's a hard tour, that G1, and they wrestle a really hard style in New Japan main events, so, yeah.
But I've never received so many text messages. I was on the way back from one of my partner's houses and I received 10 text messages from people because, like, I am the one person everyone thought of immediately where they're like, check your phone!
Okada's leaving New Japan. I messaged all my peeps like, this is not a drill. This is not
it's not a drill.
He's leaving.
There's like 2 seconds where people were like, maybe he'll go to AEW. I'm like, absolutely not. And I would like to say I'm probably right about that. It's not official yet, but the rumor is NXT. I wouldn't be surprised. Especially, but...
That seems insane to put him in NXT, though. That seems
totally
nuts.
But it's WWE. Like, they're not going to just throw him on the main stage like he deserves, rightfully. But, like...
I mean, I guess. It seems so crazy, though. I mean... I'm holding out hope he's going to AEW. I know he's friends with the Bucks, obviously. And I've heard that he's got a relationship with Bryan Danielson now. But...
Maybe I feel like... That's the thing, is I feel like Danielson... is gonna be our linchpin here. Be like, come on, if you really leaving, you gotta give me something. It's in.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go on. No, you.
I was gonna say, did you see the Tony Khan tweets? I'm sorry.
What is going on this month? Okay, so Tony Khan should not be tweeting. He should have a media team, and they should be tweeting for him.
The man loves to be online.
Can you explain what happened? Because I, didn't know about it because you and I left Twitter.
Right.
But then Matt told me, the other day, and he's like, oh, you don't know about these tweets? And I was like...
The first tweet that I saw was, it's going to be a great 2024, which is like, okay, TK, whatever. And then, the next one is really funny because I just finished watching The Wire for the first time. And he did a... Marlo Stanfield tweet from The Wire saying, my name is my name. He tweeted that after Okada announced he was leaving. So, I don't know. Is he tweeting through it because he knows he's not getting him? Or is he celebrating because he thinks he is getting him? I don't know. The man's wild.
I don't trust Tony Khan on anything. I don't trust him. Someone needs to let him just be the money man. I need him to stop booking things. I need him to stop tweeting.
You don't like this? You don't want him to keep booking, Katie? Who would you rather have?
No, he's bad at it.
You think so?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
Get some of the old guys that they keep backstage. I mean, okay, it's getting better. Since the exit of some elements.
Yeah. I think the stuff we didn't like is actually gone now, to be honest. Not just in Denver, QT Marshall.
It is oh god.
Yeah.
I hate I just think they got a little directional of this. I think Tony doesn't have good social skills, and he thinks he is.
He's autistic.
Because he's very... you can say it. I'm just gonna come out and say it.
Listen, if I get in trouble for this, I was ill. So it's actually ableist to call me out for saying this so bluntly. I don't know what I'm saying.
But I think there's gonna be a lot of shakeup this year because of the other big news. Which is that WWE, was it Raw or SmackDown?
Oh, yeah, so Raw is going to Netflix.
It's going to Netflix. And I think this is a huge thing to observe because there's too much wrestling on TV right now, and I doubt anyone's making any money off of it. I think that's not totally their fault. I think the state of television and streaming is such a clusterfuck. That no one can make a dime off of it right now. They built their own grave.
Yeah.
But WWE always tries, at least, to be on top of stuff. I mean, they self-imploded on several
the WWE Network
streamers already.
Remember that?
Yeah, they had the WWE Network. Then they went on Peacock. Then they were off of all those things.
Peacock.
So who knows how long this is gonna
Yeah, I mean, they were
be
doing
a thing.
having that SmackDown on Fox thing was really good for them, but Fox, I guess, was not getting the return on the investment they thought they were. So, yeah, Netflix it is for Raw. This is a really weird. Yeah, somebody who grew up, watching TV. This is
So
so
does
weird.
that mean it's the day after?
Yeah, is it not live anymore? I don't
It
know.
must not be live, which I
Yeah.
guess is fine, because a lot of times I can't watch stuff when it airs, but
Yeah,
feels dirty, feels wrong.
it does kind of feel weird. Yeah, if it was like Lucha Underground,
If you're gonna
it'd be fine.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if you're gonna have a pre-recorded wrestling show, you need to go all out and make it clear, like Lucha Underground or Forgotten Son.
Yes.
Man, just let
Love
me and
Megan
Lawson
Wade.
make a new love. Get me on the phone with my man Rodriguez. I want Lucha Underground back
Bring
with
it back.
not canceled wrestlers.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, not everybody gets to come back.
not everyone gets to come back, but know who does? Angelico. What else is he doing?
Bring back Angelico, Phoenix and Penta back in their element, baby.
Yeah. Put what's his face back in the Jaguar mask and get him in there. Ricochet, what is he
Ricochet.
doing these days?
Yeah. He peaked. Who would have known that he would have peaked with I forget the name of that character, but
He was so
The guy.
good, and
Yeah.
then he took that WWE pill, and he's like, "What if I stop flipping around?" I'm like, "But that's what I want
what if you did less
from
flips?
you."
I don't know a single thing Ricochet has done since he's been on the main roster in WWE. I'm sure he's won their mid card title.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
As soon as he left NXT,
I
because
don't
that
know.
was old NXT, which
Yeah.
was like the peak of wrestling.
Yeah, he left when it was good, and yeah.
Speaking of which, it's like we're in such a weird zone because it's like I am watching a little bit of WWE here and there, especially because Royal
the
Rumble's
women.
this Saturday.
Oh fuck, the Rumble is
And
fun. Am I gonna watch the Rumble this
listen,
year?
you can come over because we're throwing a party.
Are you really?
Yeah, well, because like I don't give a shit
Kinda
about the
wanna watch
majority
it.
of the show,
But the Rumble's
but
fun.
you gotta. But the Rumble's fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's a tradition.
Yeah,
You can bet on it.
it is.
You know, like it's stupid, especially right now with the Cody Rhodes of it all.
But that kind of
But,
makes it
like-
hilarious. I think I could enjoy this year because it'll
That's
be
what I'm
really
saying.
funny if like CM Punk wins. What are they even doing? Isn't Seth injured? I don't follow the product, obviously.
I am very out of the loop too, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna act like I'm above watching the Royal Rumble every year. I'm
No,
just not.
I always watch the Rumble. I don't always watch it live. But I always watch it eventually.
Yeah, I watch at least the Rumble itself. I'm not
Is it on
necessarily
Saturday?
gonna watch.
They do these shows on Saturdays now. This is how long it's been since I've watched them.
I know.
They do Saturday pay-per-views now. Yeah.
When I first got back into wrestling as like an adult, like around like 2013 maybe.
Yeah.
I was living in Portland, Oregon, so I would have to watch the pay-per-views on a Sunday, like in the daytime, like in the morning.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah.
So I'd just be like drunk and eating Tostino's pizza pockets at like 11 watching wrestling. So
Wait, would they be
stupid.
that early? Because, like...
No, but like,
It was like
you know
4,
what I mean.
though.
Like,
It's like 4, right? 3 or 4? It's early.
it was
It's
it was
early.
earlier than it should be for wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know,
Sunday
now that I'm
afternoon.
thinking about, I'm sorry, I'm all over the board because honestly,
okay.
we're like between major events right now,
Yeah.
and like it's hard to keep track of stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
I will say you're right that the more I think about it, AEW is at least making a concerted effort
Listen,
to right some wrongs. You know,
can
I
we-
like how they're booking the Samoa Joe swerve cowboy of it all.
yeah.
And they've put some talent on the roster recently that I think is really interesting.
Oh!
Who is
Queen
who is
Amanada?
Queen
Yes! Let's
Amanada?
talk about
Holy
Queen
shit.
Amanada. Okay,
When she
Listen.
came out, I was like, who is she? Where is she from? Because I assumed they were jobbing her. But
Right.
then when she came out again, I'm like, let's fucking go.
So Queen
Let's go.
Aminata,
She's so cool.
yeah, she's cool. She's got size. This lady is the goods. She's gonna be the breakout star of 2024. You heard it here first, unless you listen to another podcast that said it, but fuck them.
Yeah.
So I first saw Queen Aminata when a friend of mine who will not be named checked out Sky Blue's Patreon because apparently Queen Aminata and Sky Blue, they do a little bit of the duos, a little bit of the team ups, a little bit of the bisexual images maybe.
Stop making me want to join patronage.
Sky Blue does pretty well on there. But anyway, that's where I first saw her. But apparently she had been injured, which is why she hadn't been wrestling in AEW. Apparently AEW had scouted her already and was planning to bring her in. And so she just got back from injury. And they've been giving her all the best opponents. Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, Thunder Rosa.
But the
and
thing is,
goods.
she's the goods.
Yeah.
And I was so happy to see it, obviously, because I've been bitching about the women's roster. But also, she's just, like, cool.
She's cool.
She has a great look. I love
her
that.
Her stuff looks good. Her offense is dope.
She's just like cool. She's beautiful. She's like a good wrestler. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Thank you for giving me someone fully baked.
She came out of nowhere.
Let's go.
I've never heard of her before. She came out of nowhere to me. But
but
she's got it. And it's like, this is like the difference where it's like, you see them like try stuff with like other younger wrestlers who are still green. You know, I don't know how long Queen Aminata's been wrestling,
thing.
but she's got
I'm
it.
all for giving newer people spots, but they do it so often that it feels a little amateur sometimes, and I wish that they just had some stronger people, even for the new people to fight, so you can do that dance.
Yeah, totally.
And she just came out the gate. I never heard of her.
Yeah.
I was hooting and hollering. I was clapping. I was saying hooray.
And you can tell that I think Tony and everyone knows that they have a real player because they keep giving her the better wrestlers to get in there with.
Dude,
and
the second time I ever saw her wrestler, she was wrestling Thunder Rosa, and people were cheering for Queen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like you know.
No, she's a player.
So
I'm glad we had to bring her up because I'm so glad you. Yeah, she's what we've been clamoring for. Now we are gonna get luck. We have Serena Deeb coming back around the corner. With Thunder Rosa's back.
Yes.
Maybe if we're lucky, Jimmy Hater in February. But yeah. Fingers crossed.
I do like how Deeb's like new gimmick is like, I'm crazy. And I'm like, good, great. Let's go.
Great. Perfect. We got Deonna Purrazzo, big one. Big get.
Oh, she's great.
So
I like that she's feuding with Tony.
Yeah.
I think that's working.
Yeah, it's good. So it's turning around.
You know.
I think Tony's made a lot of good moves in 2024. And I think
she's like wrestling now, and she's and her gimmick's like gone up to 11. I don't know.
Tony? Oh, Storm, you mean? Right? Yeah. I was talking about TK.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
and Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. TK.
Storm obviously is
he
great.
got some message. Also, who's this guy? I think he came from Ring of Honor that like comes out in the Django poncho and like cowboy hat.
Shane Taylor? Oh no, Brian Keith.
He's cool.
Yeah, he's the bounty hunter. He's on Ring of Honor, but he's not. Okay. He's from the Texas Indies.
I barely watch Ring of Honor.
I don't watch.
Yeah,
Ring
I was
of
like,
Honor.
okay.
He Did you ever catch that? What was the last pay per view that Athena main evented with Billy Starks last year? Final Battle.
Don't tell me. Yeah. Okay.
So he was on that because it was in Texas. So he was on that. Hometown guy. But no, I like Brian Keith a lot. A lot of folks have been clamoring for the Hangman, Brian Keith, Bandito stable.
Ooh.
Just like the
Is
Cowboy.
Bandito coming back? Because he was
so.
Majorly injured. He was one of my all-time faves. Like, I love Bandito.
Yeah, I hope so. We got the Bandit, the Bounty Hunter,
instead
and the
we got
Cowboy.
his dumb brother moonwalking everywhere.
Gravity. Poor Gravity, man.
Don't get me wrong. I forever love lucha wrestling because it's so silly.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
Gravity.
And messy. If you've ever watched Triple Mania.
My God.
What a production.
What a clusterfuck that. Yeah. But I want to talk about the Samoa Joe Hook match really quick before we get to Battle in the Valley.
Yeah.
Because,
He picked him up.
yo, this was everything
Hook
I
picked
want.
up Samoa Joe.
He threw him.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm like, is he okay?
He Northern Lights the man. He chucked him. I gotta be honest with you. Hangman Page is my favorite wrestler, and Swerve has all the momentum in the world right now. But I realized this a couple nights ago when I woke up in a cold sweat from my affliction, that and I don't, I don't think this is the affliction talking. I think I really believe this. I think Samoa Joe should beat both of them. If they're gonna do a triple threat, I think Joe should retain. I think Samoa Joe might be the best AEW champion they've ever had. Right, and I know it's early, but he fucking rules.
I think for the sake of storytelling, which is what the company's been faltering on, is they need to make him an unbeatable monster.
Yeah.
And
go all the
in
way.
the ring, because he's already got the charisma and the shit talk.
Yes.
And it will just, like, light the fire on this weird, like, Hangman Swerve thing. Like, I think, like, it would be really good for the company to have him just, like, clean in house, because it makes it a coin to reach for, while, like, having your individual Shakespearean dialogues going on.
Agreed. Having him as, like, this other final boss, like, build him up to be your company's next final boss. Like, this is the new final boss. It's Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
And he's having the run of his life. I love this Hook match. I don't know what you thought about it, Katie, but it was everything I wanted. It's like everything I wanted in this match.
Listen. I love the Taz dynasty. He is from Red Hook.
Where used to play baseball.
They briefly billed Hook as from St. Mark's and rolled that back. I think someone yelled at him about that. But
is that like where he went to school or something? I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe, I don't know.
I guess Taz lived there for a little bit, I guess, but whatever.
I mean, he's definitely from Queens, so...
Right.
And, Taz is from Brooklyn. You can't not root for the kid. And this is an example of doing something right, because they really took their time with him.
Yeah.
And they ain't put him out there before he...
Commercial-free match.
Before he was ready, They made sure he could do it.
Yes.
And he did it, Yeah. I thought... I was losing my mind.
I wanted this year to be the year that TK did more with Hook, and I didn't know he would come out the gate like this hot, but I'm about it, because now we have a thing that's set up where Hook can, Joe is one of his white whales, right? He's got 2 losses, so... Oh, by the way, Jungle Boy's in New Japan also, I guess. That happened at Battle in the Valley.
Right, because he showed up.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm all over the place. It now makes sense, all these weird moves New Japan was making. Now that Okada's announced leaving, right? With, like, the Mustafa Ali of it all. Which I love Mustafa Ali. He totally makes sense over there. However, that they were just grabbing people up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like they're like, oh, it's coming. We can't get him to sign the contract no matter how many fishing trips we take him on.
Well, you made Tanahashi the president. Will you stay now? Will you stay now, Okada-san? Okada-san.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, should we...
Tanahashi is gonna cry. He is gonna cry. Because Tanahashi always cries about the art of Japanese pro wrestling.
Yeah.
I was at the thing where he retired Tiger, what's his face, the ref? Tiger Otani.
Yeah,
and he was just bawling. He was just bawling in the ring with, like, snot running down his nose. So, like, what's gonna happen? He's gonna fight Okada and just be like...
The thing about pure wrestling is about the fighting spirit of the heart. Okay, yeah. Tanahashi.
So,
okay, Prez.
Speaking of which, Right. Battle in the Valley was it's technically a New Japan pay-per-view event that happened in their California section that weirdly was better than Wrestle Kingdom.
Strong. Yeah.
Strong.
Strong.
Do you want to go from top to bottom like we normally do?
Sure. Take it away,
So,
KRL.
Yes, I'm taking it away because Lawson's dying, and he's got to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, that is
So, we got Okada defeating Will Ospreay, which makes this all so much crazier. Because I know Will Ospreay has to go to AEW, but then also, why even do this? Like, have someone staying with the company beat him. I don't know.
See, that's
crazy.
why it makes me think when they booked this match, I don't think they knew. I think they thought Okada was staying when they booked this. And then after this, Okada was like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm also fucking off.
Which, good for him, honestly.
Yeah, when you watch this match, the whole crowd is rooting for Ospreay because he's leaving. We're expecting Okada to stay. So we're like, hey, Ospreay, this is your swan song, goodbye. But, yeah, it was bizarre. Great match, but, like, yeah. Great main event. Emotional, but, yeah.
I mean, it was a great match, obviously.
Yeah, they always.
It's been a little while since I watched it because we had some health difficulties, but
yeah,
that's my main takeaway.
Yeah, they've had better matches, and maybe they'll have more matches if Okada goes to AEW. What the fuck? I don't know what the world.
I mean, that thing is like Ospreay's going to AEW.
Yeah.
Who is he wrestling? Not that they don't have good people there. I just think because of all the injuries and everything's so crazy over there. You know what I mean? Why not go over there, Okada?
Yeah.
They'll put you on TV. You don't have to be on Dark or whatever their farm shows are now. Wherever Colt Cabana's at right now.
Oh, yeah, the Cutler Cabana team. I feel where I have to say, you know how, like, Threads is supposed to be, like, the good Twitter or whatever? Yeah. So, like, I was on Instagram.
Should I be on there?
Well, I don't know. I got recommended, like, on Instagram, they'll show you, like, these, like, threads that are for you to try to get you to sign up. And one of the first ones I saw was somebody wrote, like, yeah, I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what AEW is going to do with Okada. They don't really need more good wrestlers. So, I don't know. I think there's bad takes on there, too, is what I'm saying.
Oh, there's good.
I don't know.
Lawson,
convince me
it's
to get on
not
Threads.
Twitter. It's not that Twitter was exclusive to bad takes.
Right.
It's just they also had a lot of Nazis.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just didn't want to support Elon Musk of it all. No, it's really where I was at.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I just don't need to be looking at this. And that's such a dumb take. It's like, I get that they're saturated at AEW. But you make an exception for Okada. I'm sorry.
What are they gonna do with Okada? What do you mean? Put him on TV.
The match that we really need to talk about is Jon Moxley and Shingo Takagi. I literally texted you when I watched this.
You did.
And what I texted you was Shingo is wearing jeans. Shingo is wearing jeans, and I mean, I lost my mind. So this is a no DQ match.
And you know why?
And Jon Moxley. Why?
Oh no, I thought maybe you knew. I don't think anyone knows.
It's a no DQ match because Moxley at this point has become known for one thing in particular, and that is bleeding everywhere and making his love of Japanese death matches really
all I drink is blood.
Prominent. And I think Shingo is thirsty for that.
Yeah.
And you can tell because he came out in his best 1995 about to get his ass kicked by Jackie Chan outfit I have ever seen. He's wearing light blue jeans, a white tank top, and knee pads. And let me tell you, baby, he does not take that shirt off, which is crazy because Shingo is a shirt-off wrestler. I was losing my mind.
Yeah, the tank top
He
on.
was still wearing his little wrestle boots.
Yeah.
And
Knee pads
this
over
match
the jeans.
was fucking crazy.
It
I
ruled.
knew cognitively that it was going to be crazy. But when I saw those blue jeans, I'm like, oh no, it's going to be so much crazier than I realized. Which the ring psychology story is Jon Moxley is this scrappy, gross weirdo from Cincinnati teaching this pro wrestler how to get gross. So he's just getting his ass kicked and Shingo's doing traditional Shingo wrestling moves until he gets pushed too far and he's like, I too can be gross and pull stuff out from under the stage. Yes, there was a miscommunication obviously at some point where some prop was. They could not find the table, but
Right.
it was crazy to see him in this context. And I have a feeling Shingo wants to be doing this shit so badly. And if New Japan's imploding, they better watch out because maybe he's going to go to fucking DDT or something. You know what I mean? Like, they need to get on it.
I mean, maybe Shingo and Despy start a hardcore title lineage in New Japan. I don't know. They gotta do something. They're imploding over there.
They're imploding. I mean, Eddie's so over New Japan. You know, him and Shingo would have like a really crazy like Japanese style death match.
Plunder match, yeah, that'd be great.
Oh my god, yeah, this shit was lit.
This match ruled. My favorite part was when Jon Moxley gave Shingo the gift of pasta, as we call it, when you take the punji sticks. And
I hate that move. I scream.
The gift of pasta, Katie.
It's so gross. I hate it in the way that I like it. It's not like the thing Matt, while we were watching it, says they're doing all the stuff you hate in this match because they did headbutting and biting. Headbutting and biting are two things I can't stand in wrestling, and Jon Moxley always wants to do it. Biting, I can be lenient on and be like, this is something I am squeamish about. Headbutting, I'm like, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do the headbutting.
Your brain is there. Why would you throw your brain at somebody? What are you, nuts?
But this is delightful. They had trash cans and kendo sticks and chairs and tables.
It was... Honestly, was this better than anything on Wrestle Kingdom?
Probably. I mean, Wrestle Kingdom was like so forgettable this year.
Was it better than Okada Danielson, which I think was clearly the best thing on Wrestle Kingdom, right? I know that like the pure wrestling fans would be like, no, Okada Danielson was a Matt classic, and it was, but this was so nuts. Yeah. The adrenaline.
This was entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, the adrenaline you get watching this is just different. It just hits different. You know?
And I know Hiromu has done an acting role on the Kamen Rider show, so I'm now like, get Shingo in some action films as a goon, man. He doesn't have to talk. Just make him be that guy that has to like fight John Wick or something.
Shingo does look like a guy who's the leader of like a bunch of thugs. He looks like he was dressed like he's about to say, get him. Like that's what he is. That's what he looked like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He just showed up on his motorbike and he's like, get him.
Boy. Get him, boys. Yeah.
So I gotta be real. Like, I did watch a couple more of these matches, but those were the two I mainly paid attention to.
Those are the big ones. So Eddie Kingston Gabe Kidd was like a long angle, more so than a match. They just brawled, and then they brawled.
Yeah.
I feel like Gabe Kidd's... I've been owned because I'm a big proponent of Gabe Kidd. I still am. But this fucking gimmick that he's doing is like... It's just too edgy. It's just too fucking edgy.
We expect better of you, Gabe.
Yeah, I like...
We expect better of you.
I don't know if it's his fault. I don't know if it's Gato telling him to do this or whatever, but like... Why is he so edgy? Why so edgy? Like he's like it's not edgy. Like it loses its edge if you come out being like "fuck you," brawl in the crowd, middle finger. Like every second, you're edgy for every second of the day. There's no escalation. But to be
fair, you got to reflect a post-Okada world for New Japan. I think they're just really thirsty for trying to get Western style wrestling in there, what they perceive it to be. because they think that's the only thing that's going to save the company. What would have saved the
Yes.
company is if you had brought up more talent and nurtured them through the system like you used to.
Like he used
I
to.
don't want to talk about that.
This Wrestle Kingdom was a real letdown. In hindsight, now that Okada and Osprey are leaving, the only guy you really try to make was David Finlay. And it's like, what about Yota Tsuji? You gave up on Ren. You just threw him into the House of Torture. You gave up on him. Shooter is not anywhere. He's not progressed at all. He's still at the same level. I mean, Uemura gotta win. Anyway, I'm sorry to be.
Breaking my heart.
I'm sorry to be depressing.
Listen.
Go ahead, Kate. It's just...
No, well, speaking of depressing, the next match is the Chosen Bros, which is Matt Riddle and Jeff Cobb, defeating Zack Sabre Jr. and the bad dude Tito. Now, why are any of these people in tag teams together? Individually, I love Zack Sabre Jr. and I like Jeff Cobb. Despite my best efforts, I like Jeff Cobb's wrestling.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually a fan.
No, I know. I told you I don't know where that came from.
No, it was a thing. People thought he was because he was like
okay.
He got like a line
sure
with AJ, but yeah.
I'm sure he's dumb, but
Sure,
like that's
probably.
fine. He's a wrestle potato. I love him in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Matt Riddle anymore, man. He's got to go.
I know, Katie. I'm sorry.
He at least maybe if he took like a couple years off or something, but like he's got to go, man. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Honestly, how is he gonna function in Japan? They'll throw you in prison for smoking marijuana.
I don't know.
Why, are you fucking nuts?
I don't know,
Gotta
Katie.
go.
And
don't get me wrong, I was there in the Progress days. I saw all those canceled wrestlers in La Boom in Queens.
Yeah, we
okay,
were there.
I clapped and I had fun,
Yeah.
and I even clapped for him because at the time it was charming, and it's just like all the charm is just wrung out of him. He's like dead behind the eyes.
Yeah.
Just open a surf shop in
you.
California, bro. Like, just take a year off. Get into skateboarding. Start a podcast. Just get out of here.
If he wins that TV title, Katie, that means he's sticking around.
I know that they're going to make Zach give him the title, and it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. How dare they?
I just want to point out,
Katie. How dare
Katie,
they?
I just want to point out, Katie, Zach already lost the title to Tanahashi. So
I know. I know. You know what I mean.
You mean
though.
you take it off of him?
They took it off. They took it off of Zach to basically give it to Matt Riddle because Tanahashi isn't gonna hold on to it.
Probably not.
He's a
transitional champ. Probably.
He doesn't need it.
Right.
The writing's on the wall. They want Matt Riddle. They want to book him strong. He beat Zack Sabre in this match. Now Tanahashi's gonna give him the belt.
Probably.
I hate it.
I know.
Boo.
I knew this would happen because before Matt went to WWE, I knew New Japan had a lot of interest in him. They wanted him to be one of their big gaijins, and so I'm sorry to everybody who hates him because
I get it. And if he went straight from the Indies to New Japan, I probably would have had a completely different opinion on him. Because, like I said, I liked him in the Indies. Yeah. I was there.
Yep.
Okay. With all the problem people.
Yep.
Okay.
Travis Banks,
all
Jimmy
the people
Havoc.
with the Yeah, I was there.
Yep.
I saw all of them. I threw out so many T-shirts.
Travis Banks was like one of my favorite wrestlers for like a couple of years. So.
There's a couple people that I can't even say their names out loud that I loved. Okay.
What are you gonna do?
But to be fair, also in that mix, we had Brody King for the first time. I saw him at a Progress show, and I loved him.
Yeah.
And he's a New Jersey King who I stand.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Big Brody.
On Collision, that Buddy Murphy match
with Garcia.
What's this?
Garcia.
That was great.
Yeah, it was. Yes. Daniel Garcia.
They're pushing all the people I want, which is Garcia and Buddy Murphy. So let's go.
Buddy Murphy's great, and also, or whatever his name is, Matthews or whatever. But Daniel Garcia, Katie, you called it. I think this is going to be his year. Unless he goes somewhere. He's trying to get that bigger AEW contract. I hope TK gives it to him, because goddamn it.
Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up, TK.
Give this kid the money.
He's got it.
Give it
He's
to him.
got it.
I think he will.
And I love whenever he wrestles, Menard goes on
Yeah, it's great.
commentary.
Yeah, he's great.
It's everything.
Love it.
Anyway, speaking of things I like, Julia defeated Trish Adora by pinfall.
Very good match.
Just like seeing Julia.
Yeah, very good match.
She's never going to have a bad match. This is great.
I don't know how much you've seen of Trish Adora, Katie, but she is...
I was about to say, I'm not very familiar with her.
She's, like... She's like, what do you call it? Like a Lady Jonathan Gresham. She's like a technical wrestler. She's very good. I have big hopes for her also this year. In AEW.
Okay, I'll start following her because I love women's wrestling.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't really watch this, but after this was Hikuleo and El Phantasmo defeated Clark Connors and Alex Collier.
Yeah, just keep going. It doesn't matter.
I also skipped this one. David Finlay defeated TJP because I fucking hate TJP. I fucking hate him.
I gotta be honest with you.
I try not to be. I don't want to be negative on here, but I just New Japan has hurt my feelings so deeply by hiring all these people I hate.
The thing about TJP is, fuck them.
Fuck them.
I'll be honest with you. I skipped through this match. Like I was watching it with my homies, and then this started. I'm like, I'm gonna skip this to the end. From what I could see of just the last 5 minutes I watched, they had like a pretty good match, but also fuck TJP. So yeah.
Did you watch any other matches? Because like I didn't really.
What was before that? I think I watched the one before this.
It was
the Lucha. I watched the Lucha match. Yeah. I watched this.
Yeah.
This was fun. Yeah, it was a fun opener.
Jordana Voldara Jr. Yeah, I mean I love Lucha
opener.
wrestling.
Yeah, it was Lucha opener. It was fun. Yeah.
I do. I always love Rocky in the mix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bless you, Rocky, still scrapping.
He's like the linchpin of these matches, sort of. He like kind of holds he's the glue, I guess you could say. So, yeah, I didn't watch like the other pre-show matches or whatever.
Also, Rocky works with AEW, and you know what he would always say in commentary? Okada, my best friend.
His best
friend. He would always say.
Oh man. See, I'm thinking when TK would bring in Okada to like the Dynamites and stuff. I'm not thinking. I read this that like it was supposed to be like getting him ready to be on AEW TV. So we'll see. Right now we don't know, but you know where I'm hoping for, obviously. That he goes to AEW. But yeah, we don't know. So that was Battle in the Valley. I thought it was a pretty good show, especially the last. It was fun. 2 matches.
Yeah, the last half was great. So, it's hard to...
Yeah, pound for pound, better than Wrestle Kingdom? Probably. So, Katie, Tama Tonga, the new Never Openweight champion, has already lost his title to Evil at New Beginning. So... Good. That's because that's how you turn things around. Okada's leaving. Let's put a title on Evil. Gato, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What can you just get your shit together, okay?
Evil.
And push Yota Tsuji, Zack Sabre Jr., take Hiromu, and fucking take Despy, and move them into the heavyweight scene. There was this interview that they did with Kevin Kelly. I'm sorry, Katie, for yelling, but.
It's fine. It's fine. I agree with everything you're saying.
So, someone in my Discord shared this interview they did with Kevin Kelly, and the amount of things he said, because now he's left New Japan, he can be honest now, right? He works for AEW.
And I really respect Kevin Kelly. Yeah. By the way,
he basically said all the shit we've been saying. First, I love that he goes, "There's no money in Master Wato." There's no money in Master Wato, is what he goes. And then he says they should take Hiromu and Despy and move them into the heavyweights. They should dissolve House of Torture. What else did he? He just said everything we've been saying. Yeah, everything we've been saying.
Woo! My king from Queens. I love you, Kevin Kelly. Let's go Mets.
Yeah.
That is so validating. Yes. That Kevin Kelly, because he was there for all of it. He saw it all happen.
He was at the peak of New Japan. He was there when it was.
He was.
They were tops. They were tops, bro. Pre AEW. You know.
And like, good for him. I get why he wanted to get off that schedule. To be honest.
Yeah.
But
he
like,
put in his time.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's sick.
It was. I will say,
Kevin Kelly is
I've
just
been
like, you are right.
I said we should move. They have to move up Hiromu, but he was like, "Fuck that, move up Despy too." And honestly, he's right. Fuck the look. Give the junior title to Teton. Give Teton a try. I don't know.
Any of them.
Yeah, whatever. Give Teton a try. Despy's over. He's been fighting John Moxley anyway. Make him a heavyweight. But fuck it, bro. He's not that small.
And know what they should do? Sonata and Evil become a tag team again, and they go to tag team purgatory.
Where they belong. He also said, cut down the G1. There's too much dead weight in the G1. Like Kenta. He pointed out Kenta, who we said is fucking washed. We said he was washed. Kevin Kelly's like, yeah, he's washed. Okay? Woo. We were fucking right. All right? And I'm just saying, Kevin Kelly said it, so there you go. There you fucking go.
Oh, this is better than therapy. I feel amazing. Wait,
Katie,
now.
You want to feel even better? Actually, he's also said. Yeah. He also said cut out Yoshihashi. He said cut out Yoshihashi, which I didn't say, but he did say it. So I know Katie is not a Yoshihashi fan, so I'll give her.
He's my smoke break. Although when I used to dunk on Yoshihashi was on peak hours where I'm like, everyone's so good. Why is this guy here? Now I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe.
Now he's better than Evil, so it's like...
I'm like, at least he's a Japanese wrestler that's somewhat competent, so I don't know.
He does work hard, so... Yeah, there's probably not have 27 guys. How many have 36 guys in the G1 now? Should probably cut that shit down. A little bit.
They need to cut it down, and they need to take a little better care of their talent during that time period, I think.
Yeah.
Because those, and push, yes. I mean, I love Suji.
Yeah.
He's the only beacon of light.
He really is.
It feels very shonen anime, where I'm like, my light of hope!
He's the
Yota Suji!
Yeah, please save this company. Yota Suji.
Please.
Man. Let's see. If there's anything else on the well, I guess, did we bring up that The Rock is also the head of, he's a TKO board of director now, so.
We did not bring that up.
Okay, well, he's head of the table now. So there you go. That's kind of a big deal
If Vince was still in the picture,
right,
I would say they'd be punishing Cody. But he's not. And Cody's really putting his time in.
He is.
For the company.
He's been a company guy.
So I'm kind of like... Come on, guy.
Yeah.
Come on, just let him do his bit. Let him finish the story.
Is this Royal Rumble going to come down to Punk versus Cody? The two AEW guys who left?
Yes.
So fucking...
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Which, in a way, is really ingenious on their part. I mean, it is a big go fuck yourself. But have you seen any of the promotional photos WWE has of Punk? He looks dead behind the eyes, and he is so photoshopped, they gave him a hairline. I'm sorry.
Yo.
That's crazy.
He
looks like an AI, rendering.
Now, luckily I'm not a journalist, I'm a podcaster, so it is not my job to be objective, nor am I. This is a completely subjective take. Know that I hate WWE when I say this. However, also dispute me. CM Punk in WWE in 2024 doesn't matter. What I mean is, within the zeitgeist of pro wrestling, art, or whatever you want to call it, what's the purpose of CM Punk in WWE? His whole thing is gone. His whole rebelliousness, his whole attitude, his whole anti-authoritarian thing.
I was about to say, he's nothing. He's a textbook definition of a sellout.
Yeah, what is
he might as well break Edge because he's fucking donezo.
Yeah, what?
Honestly, I think it's just a spite booking at this point, and once they finish the storyline, he's just gonna get shuffled into the deck. And I look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm not watching the shows, but is he even really that over anymore? What is there to be invested in him anymore? What is? I mean,
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not watching any of his shit because I hate him so much.
Yeah, I mean, with Cody,
do love In Living Color. So buy their albums.
Sure.
Support that band in spite of punk.
Yeah.
They do. I saw him Halloween 2 years ago, and that vocalist, he sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
So
that's the good stuff.
That's my silver lining.
Like Cody, it's like, okay, Cody is kind of like a weird guy. I can see why you still be invested in Cody as a W fan.
Yeah.
If you're a W fan, why do you care about Punk?
I want to make this clear. Like, Cody's very charismatic and bizarre, and like I think there's something to him, so I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Punk, he's washed.
What is Punk? Like,
I feel like
what is the point of him?
Well, his fans are crazy.
Yeah, that's
I never told this story on this podcast, but I'm just gonna come out and say it because I don't like to talk about my personal life too much, but you can piece it together that I'm a polyamorous woman, which means I'm on dating apps occasionally still.
No, Katie.
I don't really need to be right now. The last time I was actively on a dating app was like 6 months ago when he left. And someone started talking to me about wrestling because I write that I like it on my profile, and it's usually people are like, "Who's your favorite wrestler?" And I'm like, Mick Foley or some shit, or Bret Hart, easy peasy. But this person knew current stuff, and he was like, "Oh, what do you think about the whole CM Punk thing?" And I'm just like, "I'm glad to see him go. Bye, bitch." And I'm like, "LOL," but like to each their own. This man sent me an essay on CM Punk and how much he loves him and how, like the company fucked up letting him go and like he like drilled into me, and I was like, well, I'm certainly not going on a date with you now. This was on a dating app.
A dating app, yeah.
So I'm just saying, if someone's a CM Punk fan, that is a red flag, ladies. Take it from me. Take it from me.
At this point, for sure. He
mansplained CM Punk to me like this was 2012.
Well, the pipe bomb.
I was like, I know. I should send it. I think I might have a screen cap of it because I sent it to some friends because I was like, yo, check this out.
Oh,
it was fucking crazy.
That's so wild.
Anyway. But you know what's another weird thing that's happened because of all this?
Yeah.
Back on the AEW show, know who's getting airtime? Dustin Rhodes.
Yes. The natural.
Actually, I love it. Because don't get me wrong, he doesn't need accolades or anything.
No.
But no one cuts a promo like those older dudes. And he
does.
He cut a promo that left me. I was so in awe of it because it was just like about nothing. It's for a nothing match. And he's just going, let me tell you something, Jack. You don't have the skill. You don't have the time. Well, that's because he's one of those fucking true blue old school wrestlers. And I mean, I just want him to keep getting matches so I could just see him do promos because I eat that shit up.
Yeah.
Some real Mean Gene era type just getting in people's faces and talking shit.
I agree. Dustin's great, and like a couple of my friends want him to like win like a mid-card title. I'm like, listen, Dustin never has to win a single match ever.
He doesn't need to win anything. I just want him in the mix.
But he's great in the mix. Yeah, I enjoy his promos and he can still go somehow.
Yeah.
He's like 100 years old, but like he can still.
He's a fucking psycho. I love him.
I don't know how he can still wrestle so well. It's wild. But
I think you know what? There's that backstage allegiance of older dudes keeping each other alive, and it's like Dustin, DDP, Jake the Snake. Like I think they all have like a group chat where they're like, "Did you take your supplements today?"
Yeah. They got that stem cell shit that Rey Mysterio has.
Oh my god.
Drinking stem cell smoothies.
Truly, how old is Rey Mysterio? 300 years old? Is he a vampire?
He's no
What the fuck's happening?
Yeah,
If you told me he's the Mexican vampire from fucking Interview with a Vampire, Antonio Banderas or whatever, like I'd be like, absolutely.
Probably.
Like
he's starring in the new Robert Eggers movie that's coming out. Me and Benel are gonna go see that, and Benel said he'd hold my hand if I get scared. Because I'm probably gonna get scared. I love Robert Eggers.
Delightful.
But goddamn, I'm still. I've never seen a horror movie in theaters. That's like the one. This is me working my way up into the horror genre.
But you watch a lot of spooky movies though.
I've been
Are they all
recently.
Korean, so it doesn't scare you as bad?
Yeah, I've been watching There All of Us Are Dead, the Korean zombie show actually. But
You know what? If you go to a packed theater, it's a very fun group experience to see like a C-list horror movie.
oh, we're going to see okay, it's probably called Nosferatu, I guess. The when that comes out, the Robert Eggers, the guy that did The Lighthouse.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot that's coming up. That guy's lit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be spooky scary.
I know.
But his movies are spooky scary in more of a subtle way, so I don't think you're gonna like scream. He doesn't like jump scares.
No,
Yeah.
I heard The Witch was all atmosphere.
Oh, you didn't see that one yet?
No, I'm too scared to see it.
Leading up to it, during the day, watch that, and then immediately put a cartoon on afterwards if you're spooked out.
Anime?
But I'm telling you,
put on Demon Slayer.
But I love The Witch, and I think you can handle it because it's more about the implications. It's like more psychological than anything.
It's one of those things that I'm gonna watch and then I'm gonna think about it. Like later, right? I'm gonna be thinking about it later.
Lawson, without giving anything away, you're not a pilgrim, so you're not susceptible to Satan. You're gonna be fine.
But what if I am though, Katie? No.
It's
about feminism and shit too, right? Sort of.
Watch
really.
The movie. I mean, it is, but
like sexuality stuff, right?
Yeah, but it's about angry pilgrims. So it's it's as far away from your life. Like, there's nothing in your life that's going to reflect it in a way that will scare you later. Does that make sense?
The witch isn't like, let me get this anime podcaster real quick and.
Yeah, it's not watching a modern horror movie where they're living in apartments or whatever. And you're like, oh no, there's a demon in my sink. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's in the woods and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's so funny. This is my horror themed water bottle. It's got all the movies on it, and then I got a little ghost face.
That's baller. Yeah, the Lighthouse is me and Benel's favorite movie. We watched it together. And it's we love it. And
if you can handle The Lighthouse, you can watch The Witch, because The Lighthouse is way more unhinged than
it is unhinged. It is unhinged as fuck.
Yeah.
It's there's like a 45-second unbroken scene of Robert Pattinson jerking off.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, this is my favorite question to ask people about that movie.
Yeah.
Lawson, would you fuck The Lighthouse?
I mean, if I was in that situation,
essentially what it's about.
If I was in that situation, I mean, let me answer that question by saying that I'm Sagittarius, born in the year of the snake.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna fuck that lighthouse. I think that's what it means. Everything.
Absolutely.
My Chinese ancestors would compel me to do so. But anyway, we're out of time.
I'm here,
everybody.
the dragon, so it's my birthday.
Yeah, dragon.
Okay,
dragon.
Yes, I'm sorry. We went off the deep end.
No, it's
Lawson's got Dayquil madness. We gotta let him go.
I've lost my mind. Where's my mind? The Pixies. Katie, we are out of here. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/Happy Wrestling.
Happy Wrestling.
And as this and every week, we'll see you next time. Happy Wrestling. Bye.
Bye.